To go.
All right, guys, welcome to the Medium Ghetto Podcast. With your host Jamar. We got some special guests in the building. It's always special, always guest.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kendall? What's going on, Troy? How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm
What's
chilling,
up? What's
bro.
up?
Just doing a little bit of typing,
Drinking.
just make sure I'm prepped. We'll be talking
Oh
about
yeah,
today.
ready for this book drop tomorrow? I'm
Oh, yeah,
excited.
book coming out. What is going on with that book?
It's my fourth book overall, but it's my first horror book. And I mean, obviously I'm a man of horror, so it's like extra special for me because I'm finally like putting my own little stamp in like the horror world. So I'm excited.
That's good.
Super
I'm
fucking
excited
excited.
too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. We definitely can talk a little bit more about it once we get through the episode. But I know today's episode is about what we like, what we love and hate about Christmas, which is a really good episode in my opinion. Not even about Christmas. Let's say about the holidays, so we could just vent in
Mm,
session because near the holidays, I know a lot of people are going through some stuff. You know, um, holiday wise with family, friends. It just seems like some of the best times for some people and some of the worst times for some people. If that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
So, first question is it a really great time for y'all during the holidays, or are y'all just like,
Uh, I'll say yes. Just because it always puts me in the spirit. But the past year, last year and then this year was a little more difficult because it's the first two times, both Thanksgivings and last Christmas. I'm trying to make sure I get home this time, but where I wasn't with my family, 'cause I'm like super family oriented, so that's what makes it special for me. So when I can't, it just don't go the same. Like I'm not all super crabby and shit, and like real. I do get a little sad, but I'm not like overtly so. I'm still enjoying the holiday, but it's just like, damn,
you
if I
gotta
was at
go see your
home,
family, huh?
we'd be doing this. Yeah.
Damn, that kind of sucks, man. So, what do you do in Arizona if you can't see your family?
I mean, I've made a family out here, so it's not like I'm completely alone or anything like that. The friends that I've made are my family, so I get to still have friendsgiving and shit like that. It's not what I was always growing up being used to. So it takes some adjusting to be like, this ain't Thanksgiving the way I have Thanksgiving. It's like, but it's a different one. This ain't Christmas how I have Christmas. Like, yes, but it's a different one. Like it's adjusting to where your life is at that time. So yeah.
What about you, Kendall?
So holidays for me are always like super tumultuous. Like it's my mom is like older. She's disabled. She's not really like super active like in the world anymore. So we don't like get to do anything with her as far as that goes. But like in recent years, like I'm starting to reconnect with my dad's side of the family, like all of his kids. So like this Thanksgiving, I didn't get to like really do anything. I just kind of sat in. Friend brought over pizza. We chilled, hung out for a bit, and then typically like that's like kind of my experience with holidays. But this year I reconnected with one of my sisters and I'm hoping to actually go out and like visit them for whatever they do for Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Overall it's definitely hard though when a lot of your family is either like dead or distant and you have to deal with that. Like there was a point I actually talked to a friend about this like super recently. Since I work at a school now, we had lockdown drills. And
Mm.
the teacher, she mentioned how she was like, if any of you kids are like making too much noise, you refuse to be quiet during one of these drills, I'm gonna just sit you outside the room because I'm not risking everybody because you can't be quiet. I want to get home to my family, and I'm sure Mr. Ken over there also wants to get home to his family. And I just kind of sat there like,
Uh,
it's
yeah.
just me, homie. For the most part, it's just me, dog. If I'm out, I'm out. If I'm out, like GG. But yeah, I do have like family around like that are kind of scattered, and I'm hoping to really find a way to reconnect with that.
I can relate to you a lot, Kendall. Most of the time I usually for the last 3-4 years, I kind of been spending a lot of holidays by myself. If I didn't go to my sister's for like an hour to go see how she was, most of the time I spent it by myself. Many Thanksgivings or Christmases when people just did not answer the ones I actually would try to chill with. I would just go to the Chinese store, just eat Chinese food, pretty much alone. Not alone. I'm not trying to seem like a lonely motherfucker, but
No, listen, I get it.
But at the
See,
time,
y'all
like,
remind them. Oh yeah,
so a lot of my family members is a toxic situation. So I'd rather be by myself than another toxic situation you can see. You know what I mean? It's always
yeah.
comes to like, hey, how you doing? No one gives like I'm always like usually the giver in my family or friend group. So I usually always give Christmas gifts to almost everybody that's very like, close to me. But I haven't even gotten a gift in like 5 years.
Mm.
So like
Mm.
holidays usually hit very hard for me. Just a lot of isolation, but this holiday and Thanksgiving I actually spend the time with somebody. And then I was just spending more time with more important people this year. And I'm starting to realize the holidays, one of the big factors of the holidays that I love and what makes it an actual good holiday versus a bad holiday is if I'm with family or not. If I'm not with family, I don't have that time to spend with family, it's not a good holiday.
Yeah,
I'll
for a
say, but
very
you
long
make your
time.
family too.
Oh,
You can make a family too. Oh, I'm sorry. I would say you can make a
no,
family
you're
too,
good.
though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
So for me, like I
gotta
don't
make
even
one.
as of late, I don't even really have like a lot of like super close friends that I consider like a family because like after my breakup, I kind of went into like big isolation mode. Now I'm just kind of reconstructing like my finances, getting because the apartment wasn't like getting this apartment wasn't my plan to do solo. Like I didn't intend to like do this on my own. It was
Yeah.
our plan to like move in here together, and then she would get a job because she wasn't dealing with like family at home, stressing her out, making the job hard. So the idea was like we'd move here, she would get the job, and then we would just go like 50-50 on it for a while until we either get through school or whatever we want to do. But like being here and having my space has started to mean like a lot to me. And then even like having it and having to maintain it on my own, now it's like, damn, I'm not going to give this up. I'm going to fight like hell for this. So for me, a lot of my life right now is like a lot of you need to just do for yourself, take care of yourself, and then bring people into that life that you're building. Um, so like my holidays for the next like year or two probably aren't going to be that crazy, at least as far as my ability to either host it or have like my chosen family over type stuff. Um, is really just dealing with trying to be present and building up to that point again.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I don't think anybody should ever be alone on a holiday. Like, I don't fuck who. Granted, it doesn't necessarily mean spending time with people that you hate, or just
Of
can't
course not.
fucking
Yeah.
stand. Which I mean, granted, that's also family, ironically. But um,
I
this
mean,
is not
if you really
the
can't
best
stand them,
time
it's
to
just
be alone. You know what I'm saying? And statistically, it is one of the highest rate, like the most suicides happen around this time of year because of things like that. Because people are sitting there. You know, it's not even just for what it is, for the constant trigger of it. Because it's Christmas music playing constantly. Everything on TV is a Christmas movie and a Christmas special and a Christmas episode
like
or a
being single
Thanksgiving
on
episode and all
Valentine's
that. So it's
Day.
like, well, yeah, I mean, yes, but that's a day, not 2 months in
Yeah,
a row.
of course, of course.
You know, like, so it's just something that I don't think anybody should do alone. I did it one time and I will never fucking do it again. Have not and will not. I did it the first Christmas I moved out here very naively thinking, oh, you know, I bought all my gifts for myself this year. I'm good. I ain't going home this year. Ain't nobody to come out here. That's cool. My roommate, he went home to his family. And by about 1 or 2 o'clock, I was like over all my gifts and shit that I had. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, all
Because you
these Christmas
realize it's
movies are on.
really
I'm like,
when
shit.
people say
And
it's
I'm
not
hearing
about the
people
gifts, it's
outside
not.
and yeah,
I think
it's
like the
about
holidays isn't about the
togetherness.
gifts. It's about the magic of being thought of and being important enough to have a conversation with. You know what I mean? Like during
I don't know about
Thanksgiving, like
important
people are like,
enough.
yo, how have you been? It's so
Mm,
rejuvenating to actually hear from people and be like, yo, how have you been? What you been up to?
Yeah.
Let's catch up. Christmas,
yeah.
someone thought about you enough to buy you a gift. Someone actually said, "Hey, do you want to go do something after Christmas?" I don't know if you guys watch the movies right after Christmas, but
Mhm.
watching Christmas, like go to the movie theater right after Christmas to watch the newest Christmas movie out. Like a lot of
I don't
that
usually
stuff
even do
means a
that type
lot
of
to
stuff, to be
me.
honest.
You don't?
Oh, I
As
love
far
going
as
to the
like
movies on that
seeing
stuff.
people and gathering up with people, like that's kind of what my life was like 2 years ago. But like lately, it just has not been that. From like I said, it's really been a lot of me like getting into myself, rediscovering who I am, and trying to reconnect with like my inner child in a way. Like I'm not gonna be buying gifts and shit for myself. But like this year, my primary thing is like, okay, who are the people in my life that sought me out? Like for a long time, I didn't know my dad's kids. Um,
Yeah.
like my mom didn't want me going into Philly to meet them because she's always been like super paranoid about the city. So for
Wait,
a
wait,
long
wait.
time,
Let's slow down there. Did your mom marry a thug or something?
no, no, no. So she's a suburb girl, like through and through. So her entire like view of like going out into the city or like me doing it by myself was just not something that she was supportive of or wanted to do. And I think for a long time, like they took that as a slight. And then I'm the youngest of like all my siblings. So for me, I've always been in the headspace of like, why are y'all with your lives built not like reaching out to me to invite me, bring me up into like whatever it is you're doing? Why do I have to like reach out? Why do I need to be the one to say like, yo, what's up? What are we doing for the holidays? Right? I
Mhm.
try to be that person for everybody else, but then I also realize like how many people I'm not being that person for. So like you can't really be mad that I attribute it to like leadership. Like a lot of people aren't
It
really
takes
the
two
ones
though.
to lead. It does take two, but
Mhm.
it takes one to at least start the initiation.
Yeah, it definitely does.
But it also matters if you're always the one. So it's just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If
Sometimes you
I'm
gotta be.
always
I
the
I
can
think
agree
one,
with
you
that.
do
then
got
Yeah.
to be like the pillar of strength in your family.
mm,
'Cause a lot of times the pillar of strength in your family,
oof,
your grandmom or something dies, and like you guys just lose all contact. Like, what is the sticking
I got
point
a
for
whole thing
everybody?
for
What is
that.
the common ground? You do need someone to take that role. I think there are roles in families, and most families just say fuck the roles. I'm not gonna deal with it. You know what I mean? And as a family, we shouldn't be doing that. We should be like, yo, this is my role. This is how I'm gonna help. You know, there's supposed to be a patriarch in the family, or there's supposed to be someone who actually like leads family gatherings.
I wish patriarch was the word. Nah, niggas don't be leading families. But no, but ironically, yes, that is where the conversation was going. I'm gonna say one thing real quick before I get to my point. I can say it, super fucking gay, but I can say that I think the holidays are just about togetherness. Um,
Is
so
that?
Yeah.
yeah, just to sum it all. I mean, yes, but I can say that you can't.
I'm bi. Does that count?
You can halfway say it. You can say
Good.
half of the sentence.
It's
Is
about the
this gay
togetherness.
Douglas right here?
There we go.
And I'm biracial, so
Okay,
I can also say half of the N word.
Oh my
there we
god! And
go.
it only can make
My
me
leg.
half mad.
Okay, so but no, so with the patriarchal thing or whatever, or just like having someone lead the family, I was laughing this past Thanksgiving because my mom has actually always been, for the most part, our matriarch. And I was talking to somebody else recently about tradition and how even like people like to say, we changed and the kids after us or just don't have any of that. But it's like it started with our parents. Because my mom said, fuck that. She's like, I'm not Big Mama. I'm not doing this shit. Like this year, she decided it's the first year she decided not to cook. She just didn't feel like that shit, and it was so many people mad at her and bothered. And like, I told her, I was like, you are the big mama. Like you don't realize that. She's like, I'm not the fuck. I'm not big mama. That's not me. I got I got shit to do. And it's like that's really what it is. That there is that person who kind of wrangles the family or gets them together. But again, that was big mama. And if we ain't got big mama no more, who who wrangling the family together. It's up to us individually now, I think. Because also back then we can say that, but how much do we see our grandparents and grandmothers like give of themselves to make sure that happened? You
There's
know
a
what I'm
meme I've
saying?
seen
Like,
that illustrates this perfectly. It's like our generation is like, yo, where the cookouts? Where the cookouts? Where the cookouts? We at that big age now where we supposed to be starting the
to be
cookouts.
having the cook, we are the motherfuckers having the cook. Yeah,
Yeah,
like my mom, she put up a post. She was like, Thanksgiving is different when the matriarch is going. I was like,
it's you, baby.
you are the matriarch.
You are the matriarch, bro.
You are
Get on
like
the stove, man.
Like, please and thank you. That'd be so fucking nice. And then she ended up ordering some food. Like, she had somebody cater some food, and it ended up being nasty. And I was like, that's what the fuck you get. That's what the fuck you get.
What she got a Boston Market?
No, she just had like some,
Ain't no way
some little
Boston
Instagram
Market's
cook or
gonna
some
come through
shit.
bad.
Boston Market is
Also,
horrible. Like at my job, they did
I
Boston
say we ain't
Market
got that
once on
shit in Detroit
Thanksgiving
for real.
Hill.
I don't see. Wait,
It was
Why the
trash,
hell would you
bro.
have a Boston Market in Detroit? Would it reach
exactly.
out there? They'd be vibing. Like it's like having a Maryland crabs in Florida.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
I
Am I
mean, look.
tripping? If I'm
No, you
tripping,
ain't tripping. We
somebody tell
got soul
me.
food. I'm about to say, no, we just got soul food shit. Like, we ain't got no.
Now, but
I
so
literally. Yeah.
so what roles do you think you
Mm,
guys play in your family to keep the family together? Or you
mm.
guys?
Oh, as of right now, I don't really like play that role. My role is like at the moment is to participate. Like I know on my mom's side, I have one brother and one sister on my mom's side. When it comes to them, like
I'm
if
sorry,
we
that
were
coffee.
ever to do any type of gathering, it would be on my call. Like I would be the one to be like, "Yo,
Let's get back
sis,
to this comment
let's
real
get
quick.
bro."
Boston Market takes like the first Thanksgiving. I'm sure of it from Tania, right?
I'm kind of
Honestly,
scared
bro,
for what
I
that
think
might
it
be.
does though. Like, did the first Thanksgiving even have seasoning?
Hell no, you know damn well. I mean, okay, maybe the
No, because
Indians
when
probably
they,
seasoned
yeah, I
whatever
was gonna
they
say
fucking
when they use
had.
those spices,
No, I'm pretty sure they probably did. Indians probably seasoned some of their shit, but like,
people don't realize
you
pumpkin
know
spice
damn
is not
well
a white girl. It's not a white girl flavor. Pumpkin spice is like an indigenous flavor.
they took it. It's there. They damn sure took it though.
Oh yeah, let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Did we expect anything different?
No.
No.
They definitely had parsley. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, so as far as roles, mine is just like I'm like the host in a way. Um,
The host
I know
of
how
the
to make
most.
sure everybody is, I guess, not necessarily attended to in a sense of like feeding and shit like that, but I make sure I talk to everybody and like have a bit of conversation and catch up with, even if it's just like 2 minutes or something. Or, oh shit, cuz I smoke right quick. Or, oh, auntie, take a shot. Hey, I heard you got your
All right, I don't
promotion.
know
You
if
know what I'm saying?
that I
Like
don't
I
know
do
if that
that
little cousin smoke before the
individually.
dinner counts. I don't know.
So you
Oh
the
shit,
weed
that
man.
always count.
Your role is the weed man at Thanksgiving. Is that what you're saying? You the
No,
weed
my
man?
role is the everybody's I don't know what to call it. I just make sure and that's why I said
It's the
kind of like
weed man, bro.
host.
It's the
I
weed.
mean, now yes, but I remember when my big cousins, my big brothers was the weed man to me. I come in, I'm like, damn, I want to smoke so bad. I'm sitting here at 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I just want to hit it right quick for a while. Yeah, I can say that. 15, 16, maybe 17, 18. My big brother's like, all right, dude, let's go take a walk. Come on. Take a little walk right quick. I come back. Hey, mom, ready for my
Also,
plate.
I resent that comment. I had parsley in all my shit. Parsley is so good.
Yo, parsley. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Parsley ain't got no flavor.
I think it
You
depends.
know what? On some real shit, my favorite spice at this time. I don't talk about it, but I put chili powder on every fucking thing.
I'm gonna get in this. How the fuck you say it? Saison.
You get a zone? Yeah, I remember I used to
No,
put
it's
the
like
zone on the steak.
yeah. I've been getting into it like the past like year or so. And I'm like, damn, this shit it's so fucking
That
good
shit
on there.
hit.
Everything I've tried it on so far.
I sure Sazone probably good and all, but probably give you ovarian cancer.
Oh damn. I probably a little late, but I'm gonna stop. That's like them fucking cup noodles when they announced that you could finally put them in the microwave and the whole world was like,
Wait, can you put cup noodles in the microwave now?
Yeah, they officially said it, but like people have been doing that shit since
I don't
forever.
believe you.
So it's like,
I
no,
mean,
they
I do
literally
it.
announced
I
it
do
like,
it. I'm guilty of it.
yeah. But can you imagine if y'all just now saying that that's okay? But does that mean it hasn't been okay this whole time? Because motherfuckers been eating noodles for 20 years.
I'm
And from the microwave.
I'm a little bit
Okay, that's just
jaded
worse than smoking
when it
cigarettes.
comes to what the nutrition what the FDA or whatever the Food Drug Administration approves in America. I'm a little jaded when it comes to those approvals. Same person
Why?
giving
Why
me
do people feel
purses
this
telling me
way?
to
I don't know
eat
why so many people feel
cereal.
this way.
Because America's food is fucking terrible and awful, and food everywhere else is way better, and they use way less harmful shit. So when they say some shit out here is healthy or not healthy, it's like you gotta side eye.
Well,
Like
that's. I feel like
where
that's hard
that's
to
coming
say
from,
because like,
America or
what food do you think of when you think of America, like specifically?
I think about
fucking
burgers and shit.
burgers
Burgers and
yeah,
cheese.
the same bullshit.
Beef and cheese.
Even though I love a good
Beef and
cheeseburger,
cheese.
I mean, I guess I would
or
be
chili
comparing it to
dogs and
like
shit.
other European origin nations.
Think about
Like,
beans for
beans
breakfast
and
when I think.
toast.
Oh,
But I don't know. I feel like
slices. The
traditionally
fuck.
American food is typically pretty good. Like I'm a burger
Someone said
guy.
McDonald's is American. And she might have my last name and she might have my same J starting with my name, and we might be related, but I agree with her.
I agree.
It's a very
McDonald's.
wild way of saying that. Hell
Big
yeah.
fucking Donald's.
McDonald's is American as fuck.
Yo, you know what's really American? A bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But I'm
yeah,
down with that. Like,
yeah.
I think a good burger, well made, is good as hell. I love me a good burger.
Shit,
But
I'm
I
about
also
to
have
make me a burger
appreciation for
tonight. Y'all got
international
me
cuisine too.
thinking
You know what I
about
like
that.
about ethnic cultures? We don't try to make shit seem healthy when it's not healthy. When we go to Thanksgiving,
That's
we be
true.
like, "Yo, this macaroni and cheese about to fucking."
I don't know. Oh, wait. Ginger ale.
You're right.
Oh, I
That's a
love
little
ginger
bit
ale.
close. I mean, that's borderline. That's a little iffy. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can stand on that business.
Nigga, you got COVID. They saying take ginger ale. You good.
Oh yeah, that's the black people remedy. Just
Yeah,
get
you
Shit,
coughing up your
yo,
damn
yourself a
lungs.
little.
shit during
Better get you,
COVID,
because
we
I mean,
were
but
telling
but
us,
I'd be damned if the motherfucker don't work though. And I look up later on that day after drinking about 3 or 4 of them bitches, and I'm sitting there like, well, damn, my stomach feels okay.
yo, I won't lie, like
I
during
feel
COVID,
good now.
we didn't drink no fucking ginger ale. They were like, yo, the COVID, it gets in your throat. So you know what our dumbasses did during COVID? We were taking shots of Henny at
Oh
like
shit.
6 a.m. before we started our day.
Oh yeah, that's
See,
motherfucker
I did the
sound. That
white
sound
people
like some
thing. I
college
just kind of
shit.
gargled hot salt water, and it cleared up a lot of the throat soreness when I had COVID.
Wow, I did none of that shit. I just drunk like probiotic teas and shit every day.
We were some
I mean,
health
that's also
freaks.
probably pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Damn, man, I feel horrible.
I was like, I didn't do no special shit. Like I
He
was just
said,
like,
"No, I
oh
feel
shit,
horrible."
this is wild.
Damn. Yo, but on some real shit, my role in the family is that cousin that did not want to come in the first fucking place.
Oh, everybody's favorite. Sorry, that's the way they say it. You just made me think about it. That's what I am. That's my role. Not to be cocky, but I mean everybody fuck with me. Nobody's
I
like,
don't
oh,
know. Now I
everybody
gotta
go
ask your
this nigga.
family. Can you dial in the witness?
Ugh.
Can you dial in a
Hell yeah, we can call
witness?
shit. Whoever. They'll all tell you I am. That's the best way to explain it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. That's you just made me
And who are you in the
ADD moment.
family, man?
I mean, like I said, if like it's my mom's side specifically, if we're ever gathering together as like four of us, all four, yeah, I guess it's four of us. I'll count him. But if we're ever gathering all four of us, I would probably be the one making that call, making that decision to do it. Other than that, it's like me and my brother have always had a tumultuous relationship, but he's never the one to reach out to repair it or do anything about it. Like, I don't think any time that we've ever separated, or when I moved out even, I don't think he reached out a single time to just check up after I moved out on my own. And mind you, I've lived here, next October it'll be 3 full years. So yeah. But my sister, she reaches out pretty much every couple of days or so just to check in. My mom will shoot a text every now and again. But it's I was the person that kind of grew up damn, my family can't really be around because my mom was working a lot as a single mom. My sister was she was often or she was around pretty often. To the point where when I was a very young baby, I called my sister mom. And that was that. But for the most part, we don't really have that, or I don't have that same dependence on family that a lot of other people have. But in recent years, I've realized I've chased so much after what I've wanted that me needing family has taken a back burner. I've been telling myself the next relationship I get into, I really do want to take it serious and have that be I'm polyamorous, so I still want to be open. But I want my next relationship to be a very serious one where I do build with somebody up to that point of starting my own
Well, how do you
family.
take it
That is
seriously but
important.
be polyamorous?
Well,
Just
that's
for the audience.
the
Oh,
biggest
you have an open
misconception about
relationship?
the biggest misconception about being poly is that you're just fucking around. The truth of the matter is that if you are genuinely a polyamorous person, and I do hold myself to that standard, you fully commit yourself to whoever you decide to interact with. If I'm making it requires a lot of fucking planning. You want somebody who can help you out with calendar mastery? Find a poly person who is experienced at it. You will find out how to use calendars very
I had to
quickly.
think about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is though, because you want to give yourself equally to the people that you care about. And then at the same time, if you compare it to friendships, do you get mad when your friends have other friends?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'm like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is that your
Well,
motherfucking friend?
no. If they
No, I'm
have
not.
other friends, the
Yeah,
second
no,
layer
yeah, they
to
can have other
that
friends.
is, do you get mad if your friends blow you off for your other friends? Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
with a poly relationship, it's the same thing. If you're poly and you're genuinely poly, you don't mind that they have the other relationships. But if you have plans at 8, but she stays out getting her cheeks clapped until 9:30 when y'all had plans to go out for dinner or something, yeah, it's kind of fucked and it's gonna mess up your dynamic a little bit. But if everybody is like fully involved and they know about each other, everything is planned out properly. You say I'm gonna be home at 8, and you're actually home at 8, or you notify that you won't be home at 8 as soon as possible. Like it's just a monogamous relationship with multiple people and on hard mode.
So let me get this right. So you be treating bitches like they a timeshare?
What?
Well,
Fuck.
no,
Okay.
especially because I live like before I was in a relationship and I was poly, but now like I'm solo poly, so I don't have like a full blown commitment where it's like I need to be home for this person at this time, or there's like an expectation that I'm going to be home at a certain time. Now for me, it's like if I want to have one date on Saturday, another date on Sunday, and the next Friday with somebody different, I can do that kind of thing if I want to. I'm just not really in the like position for myself to do that just yet. But it is like where I want to end up. I
Interesting.
do want to have someone who is polyamorous as well and comfortable having an open relationship. But I would probably still only end up having kids with that one person unless we really landed in like a crazy good financial position.
That's respectable.
That's the case.
Oh, that's real.
Condoms off, boys.
I'm definitely monogamous. I'm
Kids
monogamous and
everywhere.
introverted. I don't got the social energy to date like 2 people at once.
Yeah, you can have it.
I don't have the mental capacity, for personally, for that whole ADD thing. Like, I couldn't. I'm barely. It's gonna take a hell of a lot just to get my mind on you, let alone 2 or 3. At least in a serious manner. So, like,
Let's
Yeah,
talk
I mean,
about
a lot of
serious.
it
people.
seems like something interesting. I don't know. I just don't see my mind being able to keep up.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's completely normal. A lot of monogamous people will get into like relationships that they don't really want to be in, and then just end up cheating. And then like it's
yeah.
more shameful to be polyamorous than it is to be a cheater in some people's cases.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
that's
Like
interesting.
it's
I'm
really
with you.
fucking
What?
it's really wild. Like you'll tell them that you're poly,
Yeah,
and it's like a friend that you know like actively fucking cheats on their partner, and they're like,
yeah,
"How can you do
yeah.
that?" And it's because you accept it, right? You
How
accept
can
like,
you go
yeah, I
cheat?
have multiple commitments.
Like,
I care
hello.
about multiple people, and they're like, "Well, I'm
Mm,
ashamed of what I'm doing." That's the difference. They feel like a sense of shame for it, so
mm.
they think that it's okay because they feel ashamed. And then what you're doing is just degenerate because you don't even see that it's shameful. But it's
I
really
love a
not.
mental gymnastic.
It's all the entirety of our society is built around the idea of having one man, one woman, fucking 2.5 kids and a dog. Like that's the
wait,
expectation.
2.5 kids?
I mean, what I'm referring to is like this statistic. Most couples will have like somewhere between like 2 and 3 kids.
I never thought about that phrase. I've heard of that term before, and now I'm like, damn, wait, what does 2.5 kids mean? Like,
Little Timmy's
uh,
in a wheelchair.
right? Like, did he lose his legs?
For
Why did he
anybody
lose
that
his
might
legs?
be
That's fucked
watching,
up. How old
Jesus,
is he?
that is just a joke. And it's just a joke.
Sorry,
Honestly,
yeah,
though,
so,
I
well,
Do
thought
not
about
that
the
was
cancel.
whole.
heading very South Park for a second. We were heading very, very South Park. Oh damn it! It is the evolution of the fucking beard again.
Every episode.
It just lines up right at the fucking beard evolution.
I'm over here
Well, I
fucking
mean, I guess
tossing
I'm
back
glad to be step one.
cut orders and shit.
Yeah, step one. You're like step 2 or 3, and then I would be like 4. He's like my man on step 9.
I mean, as far as these 3 beards are concerned, I'm
Okay.
step 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought we were talking
I
generally.
gotta actually get a shape up. Movember is over, but
Yeah.
yeah. With that being said, going back to like quality relationships, I just realized something, right? So I'm going to I'm going to my sister's house, and I just realized something. Just talk with my sister, and like I've bought an over for the last 5 years. I bought a new girl over to Thanksgiving every year.
Ooh.
And coming to think about it, like I just what you're talking about is like you're trying to be serious and settle down. I agree with that, Kendall. I think I'm tired of bringing a different woman every year at Thanksgiving. to the point where your family is saying things behind your back like you're some sick player pervert or some shit.
The
Oh, family
coolest thing
talk
for
shit.
me,
Family
if,
talk
if
shit.
I if I
Oh, you
achieve
know they
that,
sitting there.
I was like, oh,
if I achieve that poly dream, my mom would be cool with me coming over with like both of my partners. Like she wouldn't have a problem with that. Which is like what kind of sucks about like the childhood that I had and how I reacted to a lot of things in my childhood. Because my mom, of all like, I can't name any of my friends who have a parent that I would rather have than my mom. Like she's
I
always
feel
been
that.
super supportive of like any like racial issues that she gets a wind of. Like mind you, she's an older white lady, so like almost against the grain of her generation. She's always been super pro LGBTQ. Um, like she's the one that introduced me to like trans people. Like her manager was trans. I had no idea what was going on. Like a 6-year-old kid, not take your kid to work day, but I was just hanging out at her job while I was waiting for her to be ready to like go home, and she like introduces me to her manager. And I'm like, okay, this is a cool guy. A couple months later, come back. Oh, that's a cool woman. That was ingrained in me from the age of like 6 years old because my mom was like, yeah, this is just normal. Like some people don't like their hair, they change it. Some people don't like that they're a little paler in the summer, they change it. Some people don't like the sex that they were born with, they change it. And that's always been like okay. So she's super progressive, super loving, super caring, super supportive. And I never saw that because she was always stuck working. And it's because she was
Oh
working.
yeah,
It's like, oh my god, why do you
kids
value
don't
money more
see
than
their
us?
parents. You don't see your parents until until you become an adult and you start to be like,
Oh
oh,
hell yeah, I got these bills now, and I'm like, how did you do this with 3 children by yourself? How?
oh yeah, I
what
have no
what
fucking
Give
like
me
idea.
give me
$12 an
whatever
hour
that juice
Um,
was.
for three
I want to
kids?
say real quick, y'all. Like with the whole bringing somebody different home every year. First off, it's this show called Master of None on Netflix. Fucking hilarious. They have a Thanksgiving episode where they do that, and every girl is like completely different. Makes no fucking sense to even have been brought home with homegirl, but she did it anyway, and it was just like, watch it, funny as hell. But that helped me remember one of my things actually being the opposite and growing up like gay and black and shit. I actually never brought somebody home for a holiday. Never had a chance to because it was like, well, the few relationships that I was in, they were kind of like secret in the sense that only like my not secret, but like only my friends and like a couple
Private,
cousins knew.
extra private.
Yeah, private, very private. Because I also had my mom's gotten better, but she was very homophobic, which was wild because she had, but like most black women, she had gay friends, but not my son. You know what I'm saying? And it was like she would just say certain shit that just let me know, yeah, I can't like until I'm like I've told myself and I said recently, like, okay, next time I do get in something and it is serious, I will like try to integrate that because I am a very family oriented person, but like never being able to bring a person around and I'm like 31 now. My brothers they brought home bitches all the time, like, and that's just something I never got a chance to experience. So it's the opposite spectrum of like you saying being able to bring a different bitch. You had the ability to bring one every year, and I just couldn't.
Well, for me, no, for
So
me,
yeah.
like I extended even further. For me, with my mom, she would if I were like, hey, these are my girlfriends, she would be like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, you've brought more than one home at one
Like
time?
she would be completely okay with that, and I love that. Like that's so
That's cool.
it's really
Yo,
wild. Like I
that is
had a
wild.
very poor relationship with her growing up because I was super ungrateful for everything that was going on. I didn't see like the support for what it was. She couldn't be the person to go to the park every single weekend because she was exhausted. But I always had like a new toy. I always had like a game
Mhm.
system if I wanted one. That stuff was always there. And while I'm like older now, I'm like, dang, I really wish that I would have given up the desire for toys and said, hey, can we go to the park instead of going out for toys? Can we save some money and go to Six Flags instead of going out for toys?
You know
Um,
what? I actually agree with that too. It was just like I think most of the times your parents try to keep you safe, but they keep you so isolated that it really
Mhm.
affects your adult life and they don't realize it.
yeah,
Like
and it's never
experiences
on
are
purpose.
more.
It's rarely. I
Yeah.
won't say never because some parents do not belong as parents.
Some
But
parents ain't shit, and they ain't supposed to
facts.
be parents. They're just supposed to
Well, I
bring you
have a
here.
question for you. So,
But
would you rather accept the experiences or the materials?
Do you have to ask that question? Like
uh,
I like for me,
so
it's
yeah.
the toys break, the toys go away, the toys
Mhm.
fade. You forget like not even. not that you forget the toys, but like they're temporary. Like they will go away.
Mhm.
But like that first time that like you guys go out on a picnic together, if you even extend this to a romantic relationship, if I buy you a nice necklace, that's one thing. If I take you down by the river, we play some music and then we just dance the night away or dance until like the sun goes down. You're gonna remember that shit the entirety of like not your relationship, your life. Like you are going to always remember.
Yeah.
That's not going anywhere.
So, not to play like I guess, uh, I can't think of the word, but I've actually gotten a chance to have both. Um, which is partially why I'm so family oriented because my parents made sure that we got as much time. Like I have hella memories with them, but they also, mostly my mom was like the, um, and she's had moments where she couldn't do. She, life happens, but like for the most part, she's kind of always stayed on top of shit. In the sense of like you were saying, the new toy or new game or new clothes, and partially sometimes it wasn't even for us because my mom had this thing where also presentation matters. So she's like, y'all ain't about to be looking fucking crazy out here, making me look crazy. So half of the time we get new shoes because she wanted to make sure we look good, but not even just with that. Like, and it wasn't we did have our spoiled moments. So I'm not gonna lie, but we didn't necessarily get everything we wanted, but we didn't lack because she worked hard. We didn't lack those moments of like, uh, you know, Friday nights. Mom used to always go to like this record store, buy mix CDs, and we'd just be dancing, listening to music all night. Friday nights.
Yeah.
That was what our Friday nights were. Every Sunday was I'm making a big ass dinner. Everybody sitting down together to eat because the rest of the week we probably not gonna sit down together and eat at the same time. Like we got a lot of their time. Probably actually too much. That's a conversation for another episode. But I've gotten a chance to have both, so I do think they both matter. It's just a way of
Mhm.
finding the way to balance that in your own family or relationship.
Yeah,
Mm,
I would agree with that.
I
Because then
agree
you
too,
also
but
had a kid who
I
wanted to
rather
bring in
have
shit, and then they
I rather have the
grow up and
experiences,
just.
and this is why. So I just started. All I seen like when your childhood is what you're going to reflect in your adulthood until you are more self-aware, and that's what I mean. Like all I seen was my parents like work all the time, so all I knew was work, 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 work. I haven't never seen them on a vacation. I've never seen them relax. So in my mind, all I thought you had to do for your adult life is work. You work to death
Yeah.
pretty much. And I went on my first vacation like 3 years ago, and it was amazing. And this experience made me want more in my life because now I wanted to create a lifestyle to experience more experiences like this. Now that one experience that impacted me in travel has made me want more. So now I'm actually creating
Mhm.
assets and leveraging income because of an experience. But if I never experienced that, I would have just been okay with like working two jobs and just eating out once in a while.
Mhm.
Got to eat out a little more
Well,
often than
shit.
that if you want to keep her happy.
Or him. So yeah, it's like but you know what? The
That
opposite
took you a
spectrum of
minute,
that
huh?
is like that's the opposite spectrum of that though, really quick, is like also we're coming from a perspective of having lived a bit of life and getting older. When you're a kid and you may internally want that time and those things like that, but you don't know how to communicate that. So you're more so looking at the physical. And there were some kids like I've seen where like there are kids who didn't get much shit, who didn't get much of anything, and started to resent their parents from the fact that they couldn't provide them the same things. Like, damn, everybody got a Game Boy. Why I got one? I hate you. And so it's like, and again, that it doesn't have to be, oh, buy you everything. You know what I'm saying? It's very specific to whatever. But it's just like I do think that part matters because it's also a part of providing.
Mhm.
Um, and just like kids. I mean, fucking kids. Kids want to do kid shit. Kids like to play with toys. Don't
Yep.
just like not ever buy them fucking toys. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids like to play games. So it's just like nurturing both halves of needing time and being around, but also providing, and not again in the way of like buy you the world. Which if you can, that's great. But
Nah, fuck
just,
those people.
You know what's
I
crazy
mean,
though? Y'all remember like the
because kids always talk about they wish they was rich. Just
how
little
hard like commercials used to hit for Christmas for toys. Like
Oh
if you
yeah.
didn't get a toy for
man.
Christmas, like your parents
It
weren't
was the end of
earning
the world.
shit. They brainwash the hell out of
Yeah.
us, yo. They
Why
be
you
like,
ain't
your
give me them
parents,
You
Heelys,
hate
ma?
me.
yo, you have
You
Heelys, like
hate
your
me.
parents fucking hated you.
Ah, hey, this one boy brought them bitches back in high school, and that shit was low key kind of cool. His ass was just skating around the building and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
the
oh,
Heelys are fire. I
I'm on
actually did
sub.
end up getting a pair of
I'm
those.
on sub.
I think like something I
uh,
reflect on like pretty heavily now is like I would go to school and I didn't have like the coolest clothes or whatever, but like I was in the school, I had my lunch, I had breakfast that morning, and I was cool. These kids would come in with like the nicest shoes, and you would just hear their tummy grumbling. And it's
Damn.
like,
oh
so
yeah.
they got you nice and dressed up, but y'all refrigerator empty. They didn't make dinner
Mhm.
last night. They didn't pack you a lunch this morning. They didn't give you breakfast. You had to come to the school and eat breakfast, and then your shit got declined because your account's in debt. Like,
Oof.
but you got the nicest shoes in the school. There were so many cases that I saw this where it's like kids would literally tear me apart because I came into school wearing like $22 New Balances from Payless.
Mhm.
And
Yo,
then
what school you
again,
go
they
to?
would be. I went to Sharon Hill Elementary was my first one, and then Darby Township School. Those are like two of my security questions. I'm about to get hacked.
Damn.
Yo, I mean that's true though. Kids are fun. Kids are trash. I've even had my trash moments, and this again, I didn't always have everything, but there were some moments like because my mom hustled. There was sometimes her money was up there, and it was like we on it, and then there was other times it was like we be like, "Mom, what's for dinner? Figure it out." Shit, look, I don't know. Looking for, we
You
have a
know,
couple weeks at a time, but she like go for what you know. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but like kids are fucking dicks, and like I remember myself even having moments where I talk shit about some niggas, like, but I just like to, kids like to just talk shit about each other and roast each other. But like, I thinking about it at the time, that was never my intention to just like, or at least I don't think it was to talk shit about like you monetarily wise. It was just like we roasted each other. I'm gonna go to the first thing I can go to, and the first thing I can go to is these fucked up shoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's,
I hate you for that.
but you don't
I
think,
hate you. Child
but it's
me,
real.
my
And
inner
kids are
child is
trash.
beating your ass at the moment. My inner child is fully squared up. Put your hands up right now.
Uh, oh, I'm gonna say, but hey, I had a mouth. You got to when I was growing up. Like if you couldn't dish it out real
bro,
Oh
quick,
no,
it was gonna be
I would
bad.
dig at people. Like whenever I got
my
beat up
mom
as a
got me
kid,
expelled before, bro. I
bro.
was bullied for like
Shit.
9 years, and then I started ripping on people, and I got expelled.
Mm,
That's a damn shame.
see,
They can dish it
I
out, but they
also come
cannot
from a
take it.
family that roasts. I want to say that's the other part. Like that's also why, like you mentioned
You're
Jamar
supposed
earlier
to
about
save
like
the roast for
not having your
Thanksgiving.
family talk shit, but not having your family sit there and talk shit when you bring somebody home. Shit, I can tell you about several years when we fuck uncle or auntie or somebody that brought somebody around. We hey, everybody just go to the kitchen. Did you see that motherfucker? Like y'all ain't shit. Ain't none of y'all shit. This whole family ain't shit. But I'm glad y'all ain't shit because it taught me how to talk shit.
Dude, I be roasting.
And that's an
I'll
important skill.
roast the in-law quick. If you my brother-in-law
Oh
family, I'll
yeah.
roast your whole
Oh,
family.
there's no hope. There's
If
no
I,
hope. I don't give a fuck the age. Grandma, you getting it too, god damn it.
Joe, if you're still watching this, ain't that right? Then I roast your then I go over your house and roast your husband and his family's whole family.
Yeah, that stuff that was just never me. Like I was
No one's
honestly
safe.
like I was a mean friend to a lot of the kids that I was
Mhm.
around at the time because I didn't like there was a point where I couldn't even appreciate having friends because how much I got picked on a
Mhm.
lot. Like my dad wasn't around, he passed
Yeah.
away when I was super young. So like first, second shit
Damn,
before
what's
first
my
grade.
phone?
Kindergarten, what happened? Oh, he lagging.
He's frozen. I think he's in the call or something.
My earliest experiences with school were like people like, "Oh, is that your grandma picking you up?" Because my mom was 43 when she had me. So by
Mhm.
the time I was in like
Kids ain't
first, second
shit.
grade, so it was like, "Oh,
Kids
you're
ain't shit.
that's your mom. You a mama's
Oh shit.
boy," and all that
Mhm.
stuff. Like that drove me insane. I was like, "Okay, damn, how do I stop being a mama's boy?"
Shit, I
And I
love
just
being.
threw
Yep.
away my relationship with my mom. I was like, "Nah, don't hug me. Don't look
No.
at me when I'm on my way into the school. Don't give me no cheek kisses. I don't want none of that shit."
Yeah.
And then she gave up after a while. She's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
do.
But I think a lot of boys reach that age though. It's that's normal. Boys reach that age where they're like, okay, All right, Ma,
Yeah,
you gotta
but there's a
stop.
lot of
Otherwise,
boys
you
who
know what I'm
do
saying?
not reach that age only because
Mm,
they have that like confidence. You don't really get it
mm.
like super early in most
It's
cases,
not as I would say probably
but
more so now, but I would say around our age and even well, because we're a couple years apart, but like still, I would say similar generation. I would
well,
say
do you know how
around that
weird it
time that
was
was
for me
definitely
to
pretty
go to a friend's
normal.
house? Like I would go to a friend's house and like they would like kiss their mom on the cheek and then she would kiss them back on the cheek.
Oh yeah,
I'd be
all the boys
like,
did it at
"What?
home.
What are you
It's out in the
doing?"
world. It's out in the world, man. You better not fucking kiss me. You better not hug me. I don't fucking know
Yo,
you.
guys, I'm
You
having
go
trouble with
home.
my camera. I'll be back
Oh
on
shit.
film. I'm just a ghost right the fuck now.
I see that. All right, you want to yodel while we wait for him to get back?
Yo, Lola, yo,
Hell
yo,
yeah.
keep going.
Shit, you
Okay.
can still hear us. You can still hear us.
I can still hear you guys.
Oh, I mean that's cool too. Are you? Should you not be hearing us?
No, I mean
No, I can hear
I
us.
can still talk.
No, he's like he can still like despite his
Oh,
like.
okay.
I'm here for y'all.
I'm here for
But
y'all.
yeah,
Cool.
overall, that was like
Yeah.
my type of experience. I got picked on a lot for not
Mhm.
having a dad, blah 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 blah, and then I would just take that
Yeah.
stuff out on friends. Like a lot of my younger friends back then, a lot of my friends came from like two-parent households,
Mhm.
and it was like
That's shitty.
I hated that shit. I hated it.
Yeah.
I'm just like watching them because you know what it's like to have dual income.
Yeah.
Like when you got two
I
incomes.
say
Well, whether or not you know personally, what I mean is like you have an understanding of like how
yeah, yeah.
advantageous that
What?
is in society. Like if
Yes,
you got
yes.
a two-parent household where they're both working, they both got a decent job, they both got decent money
Yep.
coming in, you don't get told no one nothing. They get you every, and these are the same people. Like I don't know if I would buy my kids a car. Um,
Mm.
like I don't think that's gonna be me. I think I'm gonna put like if I were ever to make my kids pay rent, for example, I would be the parent that would want to save the money and then give that all to them when they're ready to move out, without telling them that it was being
Huh.
held. I
I feel
hoped that my mom was doing something like that.
that.
Then I had 18, and I was like,
My mom's biggest thing was getting me the fuck out and getting me in college because I was like the first out of my I was the middle child and my two older brothers didn't
I don't know what the fuck
do
happened
this.
to
So
my
okay, no,
camera.
you
My
get your
good
ass on
camera.
somebody's campus like right now. Um, but I wanted to ask because it was like you were just talking about like people talking shit. Like yeah, kids are fucking cool. I think everybody had something different that they were teased about. Because like my
of
shit
course,
was
yeah.
like I had when I was younger, my ears were way bigger for my head, my nose. I was apparently super dark, which I still think is wild. Now that I look at my like, I love my skin. I don't mind being dark skinned, but like looking back, I'm like, I wasn't that fucking dark for like the jokes that was being like made. It was like, damn, like I've seen way darker and beautiful, way darker. But and then being fat, I was like a little fat boy. And then like I looked different from my brothers, so it was like. Hey,
Oh
Was it
yeah,
like,
my
oh,
my
so he
brother
was
is
like
fully
you know what I'm
white,
saying? They
and my
find it
sister's also
helps.
mixed.
he was like a giant
Yeah, so our
chunky
kids.
burnt like piece of
I
fudge or
was
something.
I was like Gucci Man when he first came out, but like a little boy.
Oh, he was bloated and shit.
Yeah, I was like young Gucci, but as a little boy. That was how I looked. And then I used to have my 2X shirts and my big ass shorts and pants and shit. Like, damn, look at this. But it was a lot. But you know what I'm saying? I think everybody get. And that's something I've learned to fucking like the older I've gotten, just to look back and laugh at, because so many of those things like I
You
don't
have to.
struggle with anymore. Yeah, I don't struggle with them anymore, and I even look at like I said on my skin. Like I look at my skin and I'm like, this is the shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all was looking at, but this shit is perfect right here. So you know, you just gotta let that shit go. But kids ain't shit, and let your
Kids ain't
kids know
shit.
that kids ain't shit. Nah, fuck them kids.
Guys, I think we opened up a can of worms here, man. We talked about Christmas and we said family was important. And all
And
I
now we
know
saying fuck
is
them kids.
we're here trauma bonding and shit.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, isn't
trauma
that
don't
like?
stop.
Don't people start podcasts instead of going to therapy? Isn't that like the meme? Like instead of talking out your problems, you just like we bitch on camera.
It's
Yeah,
not my fault
that's-
to my problems. All right. Therapy.
I mean, shit. It's been my therapy.
Therapy's expensive.
I mean, journaling too, but
No. You laying it out there. You get on camera and you therapy. You get on camera.
yeah. I
and
mean,
you
you
talk.
know, you got to let the people know that there's some internal work being
All
done.
right, but I got a question. So what do y'all really hate about Christmas? I mean, about holidays.
Uh,
What makes them unbearable? What was the
okay,
worst holiday
so
you ever had?
well, I'll share that. That was the one that I stayed by myself for Christmas. But I'll say for Thanksgiving, the thing that I can't stand, at least for the past 2 years, because like I said, not going home for the past 2 years for Thanksgiving, and then this year mom didn't cook, so it wasn't even no point of me going home. Well, it was a point because family.
Dang, I'm like,
But
wait a minute. You just there for
yeah,
the food?
I said it like that. That's fucked up. No, I didn't mean it like that. But
Mom, you're not cooking? I'm going
what I
home.
can't stand about Thanksgiving is like when you have to like try new foods, if that makes sense. In a sense of like try new people's food you ain't had before. It's like this year, normally you're used to such and such macaroni, and now you gotta try fucking Heather's macaroni. You like, oh shit, that's the only macaroni that's available. I want fucking macaroni. Fuck. I gotta try this bitch shit. Cause every for this to be my second year, I've come across hits and misses in dishes, and I'm like, so good.
Listen,
And other times I'm
I
like,
gotta do a shout out to
shit,
my sister.
let me get another plate. Like,
I'm a
I just hate the
vegetarian,
gamble
so I don't
of
eat meat at
Thanksgiving.
all. But I went over their holiday one time. It was the worst. This is my worst Thanksgiving experience. I don't eat meat.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty much borderline vegan. I just eat cheese once in a while, right? Or a milk product. So I walk over to
Making
their
me feel
house
like
and
shit.
every single fucking thing they got is bacon. The dessert got bacon in it. The mac and cheese got bacon in it. The ham probably had bacon in it.
Oh,
The
hell yeah.
fucking
I can see
everything
all
The
that.
had
ham
bacon
got
in it.
bacon in
I
it?
was so fucking mad. The
They
yams
probably put a
probably
little
had
bacon
bacon
grease or
in
Oh,
something in
the
there.
yams. I thought you said the ham has bacon in it. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, ham.
huh?
He did say that too. They probably
I
put a
did.
little
The ham
You
probably
said,
could have
wait,
more
bro,
bacon in it.
bruh.
But
they
it
probably
was
put like
so
bacon grease or
bad.
something.
It's awesome because my sister's watching this, but I'm just letting her know publicly how like made me feel like a piece of shit. I think they even had bacon
But I
wrapped
can
steak
see
or some shit.
bacon. Oh damn. I'm sorry, that sounds good, but like I can totally see everything having a bit of bacon in it. Like fucking stuffing. I don't like stuffing or
And the only
dressing,
thing I could
whatever
eat
what
was
you want to
liquor,
call it.
bro.
That is blasphemous.
The only thing I
Nah,
could eat
fuck that. That's
for
the only food
Thanksgiving
I
was
can't
liquor.
stand on Thanksgiving.
You ever been like really,
I
really
mean, you
hungry?
had a hint. You had a
All you
happy
can have
hitty
is Henny
giving.
and the wine coolers.
Happy
So
hitty giving.
I do like wine coolers. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're pretty cool. I think no pun intended. I tend to have like a good time with them. I don't usually like.
I can see
I'm not
that.
gonna drink like 7 of them. But yeah, you vegans always making the
Shit.
no. This is so unfair. Like at the end of the day, veganism is like. I hate to say like veganism is the right way to go, but if you genuinely value like life itself and you realize like okay,
Oh wow.
but
Fuck.
I mean, so
All right,
that's
let's be
genuinely
real,
how I feel about it.
Troy. You be looking at a chicken and you be like, I hope you die so I can eat you.
I don't hope you die, but if you do, that's wild. And I know the wings is gonna be good. That ain't got shit to do with me. Like, I mean, shit, fish. God, if you know, if it is real, God had people out here eating fish and bread. Fish is an animal. That's a person. God said eat fish, not me. And that's a person with a face. I mean, not a person. That's a living thing with a face, which is why vegans don't eat the things.
I got a
that
face.
are
Oh,
alive.
you mean a fish? I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Somebody has seen
oh
this
yeah,
fish
plants are
again?
alive too. God damn it.
A vegetarian.
Actually, yes.
Every time
No.
I
So
saw
the argument isn't that like you shouldn't eat things that are alive. That's not the argument. The argument is generally that you shouldn't eat things that like feel pain and like fear, right?
So
If
if they were
you
killed easier, would that matter? Like
there's
in a
no
softer, like in some
okay,
euthanasia
so
type.
again,
Sleep.
I'm not even a
If you put
vegan.
your corpse to
I'm not a
sleep.
vegan, right? But if I walk up to your child and I bludgeon them over the head with a hammer, are you gonna be
because people hate barbecue
happy
kids.
that I didn't torture them? Like,
I'm
no. Think about it. Just think about it that way. Like, if somebody kills your fucking child one way, but it's like it's slow and painful, is that worse than them
well, I
doing
don't
it
know because I feel like
quickly?
that's
Like, no,
so
they're both
extreme
pretty
because I
bad.
can't look at a child the
That's
same
the
way I'm looking
point.
at
Of
some
course, and
ribs.
that's
Like I don't know. Like
that's the entirety of the argument. The argument is that
plants are
if
probably
something
screaming while we
feels any
chewing.
type of pain, no, I mean, plants tend to like if you look at
Plants
plants.
hurt.
No. Listen. When birds eat berries and they take a crap, they're spreading the seeds that don't get digested. right? Like when they poop, the seeds come out. Like they don't get fully digested. The seeds sprout, and then more berries form.
Oftentimes, like us.
When you ruin a cow's lineage, rest in peace the cows, bro. You're not crapping out another cow.
Yes.
Well,
But I think that's why you gotta
unless you're
pray
eating
before you
Mexican
eat your
food.
food.
But what if you're not religious?
Oh well, then shit. Enjoy.
Yo, you know what I just found out? You know, I just found out about how soap was made. Someone told me that how soap was made was this during the Salem witch trials and stuff. What they used to do is burn the wishes and then they pour the remains into the water, and then they would like pretty much like the fat from them. They would use the clean stuff, and they realized how useful the fat was from burning witches, and then they created soap.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So
okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say,
wait. So mind you, these are not witches. These are just women, right? Like these are just normal women.
Because the real witches were smart and got away.
No, I'm gonna like get backlash for this, but like the women who are being burned for being witches were just like the girlies going out into the woods and like harvesting plants and saying,
"Oh yeah, they were just like."
I just realized that these plants can like, if you have a burn, aloe can like soothe.
Witch. She's a witch.
Yeah,
burn her. Yeah, it was just like
this
smart
is
bitches.
literally that's exactly what it was.
That's smart bitches, but
I
smart
just
women.
get you thinking freely, nigga. Burn them.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, if a woman be like, "Oh, 2 + 2 is 6," or 4, I said 6.
They'd be
Coffee.
like,
okay. Anyway, 2 + 2 is 4. Oh shit, she's a witch. Burn her. How does she know math? Yeah, but no, real quick, I gotta say, you had like a Boston ass accent just now when you said water. They put it in water. That was like water. That was a very, very Jersey, Boston of you, somewhere in that area.
Jersey,
bro.
Somewhere in that grand little area. But damn, what was I gonna say? Fuck. It's gone now.
We're talking about turning women into soap, but yeah, animal fat, like that's why you can get vegan soaps, because animal fat is used for all kinds of
plants are living. Plants are alive, and just because we can't hear them scream, don't mean they ain't screaming.
Again, the argument that I made was that it tends to like some plants and like berries specifically do benefit from being consumed and then spread elsewhere.
Okay, right? Lions, they got no choice to be vegan.
Yes, that's the point of being human. Humans have one advantage over every other creature on the planet. We can choose outside of our instincts, right?
Okay. Now that part maybe got me. That part maybe.
That's the only thing that separates us from animals is that we can like look at a steak on the side of the road and be like, maybe we shouldn't eat that.
Do I have to have that steak?
You don't have to.
Fine.
Yeah,
you definitely got reflection. Yeah. I'm just saying, guys. I'm not saying you guys murdering animals or eating carcasses when y'all heat them up and season them with plants. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, somebody else did that. I'm just enjoying the fruits of somebody else's labor.
Pretty much. You know what's crazy?
It's not fruit, it's meat.
You know how they slaughter cows?
The meat of someone else's labor.
Oh, yeah.
You know how they make your steak? They put the cow in the compartment where they can't move. They tase it in the skull. It's having a seizure. It's foaming from its mouth. They chain its legs.
I'm about to scare movies all the time.
Slowly hang the seized up cow that's pretty much having a seizure, like over a drain, foaming from the mouth, and they slice its throat.
Yep.
Slowly drain the blood, and then they cut it in half. Like, you know, it's different.
Crazy. It's
pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Go watch some videos of like slaughterhouses. It's absolutely wild.
Oh, insane! But somehow, some way, I'm still gonna make a burger when we're done with this.
Well, I think this lady Joylyn Saunders. I don't know. I think Joylyn Saunders might be a witch.
Animal are bound by nature.
I mean, shit.
I don't know what that even means. What does that mean?
I think she's a witch.
No, is she still in chat? Like, what does it mean for animals to be bound by natural law? Like they're destined to be eaten?
That by the law of the natural world?
Bruh.
We shall
eat. 2023,
natural selection
we shall eat.
Exist.
Well, wait, no. You did not just say natural selection does not exist.
Motherfuckers are taking themselves out. Hell yeah, natural selection exists.
Are staying. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, I guess I can jive with
I'm
that.
about to say I saw a white boy fresh into COVID walk up to a box of fucking donuts at an office, lick his fingers, grab one, and lick his fingers again. That's natural selection. Your ass is out of here very, very soon, Jeremy. So natural selection is very real.
I feel like people are surviving that don't deserve to survive some days, but like,
Oh yeah, evil always. Evil
Follow
lives the
nature.
longest.
Bro, you gotta type these as one longer message, please. When we gonna get to the point where we do like
He is
super chat?
stressing out. He's stressing the fuck out at these answers. He's like,
Nah, yo, real
need
talk.
more
It
context.
kills me. It
need
kills
more
me.
context.
What are you saying to me? What are you saying?
They follow nature, and so should we.
Yeah, I mean,
Period.
it's kind of difficult though, because you can argue that human nature is to break away from our nature.
Human nature is to evolve, and not everybody does that.
For a long time,
Boom.
black people were considered unevolved. Does that mean that was right?
We're the most evolved motherfuckers. Just ghetto. I'm sorry. That make me mad.
He said we so evolved.
I love. Yeah, we just had all that get like.
Do you love black people?
To consider how much shit was I do. I totally.
It's a reference to like three
amazing.
people.
I would say because we're fucking amazing, and it's just like we, with all the shit that has been against us and done to us, for us to still be able to operate in ways that we can and still evolve and still grow.
Guys, systemic racism isn't real. Three niggas got a podcast together.
Oh, stop! My stomach hurt. Oh my god.
It's because you eating all that meat, my boy, and I don't mean the food. All right, for a little bit.
Cool. You know, that's real. That's real. I'm gonna give you that one. Human nature is to master our nature. Okay. Well, yeah, evolve. Yeah. Okay. Somewhere in the same realm.
You know what's crazy? You know it can be nature, natural energy.
We talking some Naruto stuff right now?
You know it can be nature, natural energy. A Glock.
Well, no, because even that you can argue is
black people. See,
you can argue that this is you can argue that all of the stuff that we have, clothing, is a natural evolution of the human psyche. We got to the point where we needed a way to shield ourselves from the elements. We developed clothing to protect ourselves, and then we started wearing clothing.
Glasses.
A way to protect our families from like tigers and shit. So we found a way to make spears.
My matching sweatsuit is gonna protect me from a tiger.
No, it's just that.
No. Did you hear part 2 of what I said? The part 2 of what I said was we need a way to protect ourselves from nature, from animals, from the wilderness period. So we developed things like spears. Spears were like instrumental in human evolution.
Are you calling me a spear chucker, bro?
Bro, okay, so unironically, what people don't realize is that the human ability to throw things is why we got as far as it's true. The human ability to adapt and throw stuff.
Spear chucker.
We are like some of the only animals that can throw things with the speed, strength, and precision that we can. Almost like even a gorilla they can throw shit, but they're not throwing a spear like a. They're not throwing a spear like a black man. Yep, that's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Exactly. Hallelujah. There we go. There we go. Exactly. You put a bunch of niggas.
We went from Christmas to African booty scratcher.
Oh shit!
But this is all part of Christmas. Like this is actually the fun parts about being with family and stuff, and the family love. It just be random, exciting, and just be such a journey because everyone's just been having their own adventures.
And then somebody brings up Trump.
A common point where you guys meet and talk about your craziness together.
Yep, and then one of those motherfuckers brings up how much they love Donald Trump.
Dog, because it's a couple of my family that was like, no, because y'all just didn't understand. I said, bitch, if you say anything else to me, this family relationship shit.
I'm gonna show you about the Second Amendment right he was trying to protect. I'm gonna show you.
My little brother called himself. His mama was like, they was playing with me one year. Yeah, because see, Trump has some good points. Say that shit again. Say that shit again.
Like the most tired shit I've ever heard is like, well, they have some good points, you know. And it's like, you know,
Yeah, well, he also has people that fucking hate us come out in droves.
he's right, you know. I mean, you're right, by the way. That's what I mean by that.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yes, I am.
Doesn't mean he's right to be a
Well,
wizard.
wait, do y'all have a favorite Christmas movie?
I like Elf.
Friday After Next for me. Oh.
Die Hard.
It's not I mean, technically. Yes, technically it is a Christmas movie, but like, come on. I hate that argument.
Don't cancel me. I've never seen Die Hard as an adult.
Okay.
You wanna start
Okay.
arguing.
It's some movies I haven't seen as an adult that I saw when I was younger.
I've watched that shit as
Some
like
of
a
them are better,
fetus.
some of them
I
are
remember nothing.
worse.
You know, I love Sixth Sense, and
I knew you were gonna say that because I was thinking about that.
I love
Hey.
what was the John? It's called it was the prequel to Doctor Sleep. What is it?
Oh, The Shining.
I love The Shining.
Oh,
I feel like this batch of movies always gets brought up together. If somebody says like Die Hard, you're gonna get to Sixth Sense. You're going to get to The Shining. You're gonna get to like Lethal
but
Weapon.
how? That's
I mean,
very
it was
interesting,
all.
'cause
I'm pretty
how?
sure they were all released.
They were all great movies, like branded together. It felt like.
Well, they were. It's within like a 10-year span. So I'm like, it's like that's very interesting. But
I think the common denominator would be most popular movies of their like their decoration, their generation. I'm so tired. Don't mind me.
I was gonna say the first Friday After Next is my favorite, just to get back on the black shit and just like again being where I'm from. That's the first time I saw a Christmas movie that felt like
Hey, look,
some
I
real shit.
was raised by white
Like-
people. Don't beat me.
No, it's fine. Oh my god, it's so fine. I hope as long as they at least allowed you to watch black shit.
Why would I seek it out? I was raised by white people. I didn't know there was a
But
world
because
outside of the world.
but you know what? So I have that thing though. That is a thought. Like when people adopt kids, like I do feel like you should like
Gotta let your kids be naked.
I'm not adopted. I'm sorry, you were totally not adopted. Also, I just thought about that. But that's where I was having a conversation about that recently, specifically about adoption. But how like Angelina Jolie, like her daughter, she got fucking black kids and other races, if I'm not mistaken. But she actively makes sure they engage, are aware of their like why can't I say culture? Because like the the other girl recently, she graduated from Spelman, one of her oldest daughters, and she crossed and did her what's the shit when they crossed and they get to fraternity or sorority or whatever. She did that and she was hitting her shit. Anthony was just in the crowd, just like super excited, and it's just like there's those who like don't necessarily bring that around their kids, and they kind of grow up a little lost. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, those ones they're trying to save them from the degeneracy.
Well, I don't even know if it's safe as much as it is them just being a bit.
No, I
blind to
mean
what
the
they might
other
need
ones.
to. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The other ones. You know what I mean?
The other ones, I got you. But no,
ones.
Friday After Next was the first Christmas movie that looked like some real shit that I seen in the hood. I was like, oh, this is the shit. And like to this day, I watched that and I just feel like I'm at home.
I bet. All right, guys.
Yes.
I won't lie. We're going
Don't lie,
to
bro.
end this. We're going to end this episode abruptly. But we're going to talk. We're going to have one.
The dog just died or something?
What's up?
We're gonna end this abruptly. This shit is
Dude,
done.
I'm beyond. I
almost
gotta be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow again.
Oh, okay, yeah,
5 days in a row. 6 a.m. I work 11-hour shifts for 5 days.
Ooh.
Right, get that money, my boy.
Ouch.
This is
Yeah.
what.
Love the plantation while it pays you. Love it.
No, I'm actually a slave. I'm like
right.
a slave master kind of, but I don't want to talk about it like that.
No, you control the hiring and firing of the slaves.
Yeah, man,
Make
exactly.
sure their quality of life is good. Nobody's getting weapons anymore.
Very, very.
I feel like I'm gonna get
bro.
canceled for this episode.
Okay, I'm done.
Nah, but at that point, we gotta start talking about how does church correlate with slavery. But my advice, and I want to hear your advice for Christmas, is enjoy the journey of Christmas and the holidays. Have fun, go out, don't be stuck in the house, don't be stuck in the mud. If you're introverted like me, of course, go out early and come in late so you can still have a little bit of nighttime to yourself so you can recharge and do it again. Get drunk, hang out with some hot chicks that want someone to hang out with.
That's what
Have a
Christmas
great
is
time.
about.
If you like dudes, get dudes.
The ho ho hos.
The The whole exactly. Hang out with the whole.
Hey, yo.
I don't care what you're into at this point, man. But at the same time, everybody gets their little. I don't know. Like I'm getting a Christmas. I got a little boo for Christmas. We'll see how things go.
Oh, well, have fun with that. So,
All I want for Christmas is hope.
ooh, yeah. Okay, anyway. We should totally do a part 2 to this because I actually had some Christmassy questions.
Oh,
too,
we got 3 whole months of Christmas.
Oh my God!
Remember,
My
they're
divorce,
competing with the
my
Jews for
divorce
Hanukkah.
attorney just added me on Facebook.
Okay.
This guy owes me a drink. He really saved my
Season's
life.
greetings.
I love that guy. Anyway, what about y'all? What do y'all got?
Okay, I'll say don't gifts don't matter. It's mostly about togetherness and being together. However, that doesn't mean buy shitty gifts. If you're going to buy them, actually buy things that, because like people say that, which is true, but like sometimes you get people who buy shit like fucking, I don't know, oh, I bought you this lighter for Christmas. Like if it's not something significant about it and it's not like a story behind it or something, you know, then I would much rather you just not buy me anything. Kind of, you know, like not specifically this, but y'all don't act like y'all ain't got no shitty gifts. Or specifically, she was like, okay. Before, I think it's all happened before. So again, it's not always about that, but pay attention to who you're buying shit for. Don't buy some shit just to be like, oh, okay, yeah. No, really look like, oh, this person likes chocolate, so I'm gonna buy them this fucking.
What do you mean you didn't want Pokemon cards?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you buying a 40-year-old person? Well, depends on the person. Because some people might like them.
Don't be ageist.
So yeah, that's the point. Pay attention to who you are buying gifts for.
Have you seen some of these motherfuckers out here playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I'm about to say I stopped myself.
Troy, I got something to say. To this person, I don't know who she is. This episode was about Christmas, and you got to understand that. All
Christmas
right?
And
the Christmas
South Park
spirit,
humor.
we felt the Christmas spirit during this episode. We are rejuvenated in the Christmas glow. We're ready for candy canes. We're gonna have a happy holiday. You know what I mean? What the hell are you doing in the background, dude?
Just like actual Christmas, it started to be about the gifts, and then it became about the politics.
Grab my hat, and this is what Christmas is. I should have did it at the beginning,
right?
That's why we gotta do a part 2, dog.
Next time, part 2.
Gotta do part 2.
We're gonna talk about Hanukkah next time.
Oh God, no! Wait till Israel-Palestine is resolved, please. Oh wait, that's not
oh shit. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Okay.
Oh yeah, my God! I almost said something that got me canceled. All right, guys.
Don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it.
We're done.
Don't talk about
We're good.
We're finished. My thing was literally just yeah, like Jamar said, have fun. Surround yourself with people who care about you. If you don't have that option, just take the time to like breathe, appreciate your own existence, be grateful that you are here, you are alive, you get to turn things around next year.
Yes.
Or you don't. You do you.
Well, a shameless plug. I'm coming up with a book called How to Boost Social Confidence for Introverts. It will be released mid-January to early February. I'm gonna have a little workbook to come with it as well. If you're an introvert, check it out. Shameless plug. With that being said, follow, like, subscribe. I might be giving out some free copies during the shows. Let's do it. What you got there? Oh, the Cicada Diaries. And where you get that? Amazon?
Out tomorrow. If you like horror, hell yeah. It's my first horror anthology book. Won't be
spooky, scary skeleton.
What's the anthology for us neurally diverse people?
It's basically multiple stories. So it's like, think of Tales from the Hood. You ever seen that? Or like there's a lot of other ones, but that's the first one that came to mind. Trick or Treat. Just basically one movie that has an overarching story, but in between it's telling multiple different stories.
That's what's up.
That seem to be singular, but then towards the end they all start to just, oh shit. Yeah.
I like that.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is like anthology series.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yep. Tales from the Crypt is a anthology TV show.
Tales from the Crypt is my shit. Masters of Horror.
I just watched the Christmas episode of Tales from the Crypt last night. Oh, so fucking.
We're on Halloween or Christmas right now. Where are we at?
hey, Christmas horror is real.
Oh yeah, I'm
Christmas
terrified of
horror
Christmas.
it's Halloween every day, even on
You ever
Christmas.
celebrated Christmas while you're broke? That's horror right there.
I don't celebrate. I actually don't celebrate Christmas. I
We
don't
do
buy
not
any
want to get off
gifts.
this call.
But
I'm about to say no. We supposed to stop. Okay, because I was about to
All
bring
right,
up a
bye
whole.
guys. Anyway, bye
I don't
guys.
celebrate Christmas no more,
Anyway,
guys. Peace out. I'm not buying y'all nothing. I already started all my arguments. Have a great day.
buy me a card and I'm good.
Peace.
Peace.